Welcome to Nation Voice Tower, your most preferred YouTube channel. That hub, that channel, that platform that gives you everything you want to know about Nigerian politics and abroad. Now, of course, you know, my name is Angelo. I don't need to tell you that. Now, first on my updates is something very, very serious. You all should bring a seat. Sit down and listen to this. This is a secret from a reliable source. Something Wike has done about the Presidential Elections Petitions Tribunal. I told you Wike is involved in this. Now listen to this. Let me read from my source. Very, very secret source. Now listen. Presidential Elections Petitions Judgment. Nyesom Wike boasts that judges will unanimously dismiss Atiku and Obi's petitions. Can you imagine what somebody is saying? Listen, pay attention. He was caught red-handed saying this. So you will know what they are doing in the background. No wonder they are busy postponing the judgment day. Listen, the immediate past governor of Rivers State and the minister-designate, Nyesom Wike, has boasted that the Presidential Elections Petitions Tribunal would unanimously dismiss the petition of the PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar and that of the Labour Party Peter Gregory Obi. He said the judgment is 5/5. Wike was responding to the apprehension and concerns expressed by his supporters during an informal social gathering in his Port Harcourt residence. A source who craved anonymity, but was part of the meeting, said that Wike was not only boastful about, but certain that the matter is over. Wike was not only boastful, but certain that it is over. Wike, who expressed joy and ecstasy, was confident that the judges in the bag, take note, the judges are in the bag and have agreed to pass judgment in favor of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Did you hear this? Now watch, listen. He said, reminiscent of Wike's predictions, which he alleges comes from the stable of the justices. The source stressed that such information should not be treated lightly in view of his closeness with judges. Justice Haruna Samani, if a known to be Wike's judge, who will do anything for him. Do you know that Wike's wife is a judge? Do you know? If you don't know, now know it. You know, now you know. So this is what was exposed that Wike is planning together with Bola Tinubu, together with Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, together with the judiciary. In fact, Mahmoud Yakubu is a high staker in this plot, together with Justice Haruna Samani. This was made known in his Port Harcourt residence yesterday while he was saying it in the night. You know, he drinks too much. Wike drinks too much. He is a lover of whiskey. Very, very specific. He is a lover of this very superior old pale. That is the old version of any whiskey, spirit, or cognac. That is what he takes. So when sources reveal that when he is on one of these his normal toxic days, he speaks out of point. And this is what was brought out in his Port Harcourt residence meeting yesterday. So that is for you to know that all eyes must be on the judiciary. Let us know what they are doing. We will continue to keep tabs on them so that they won't drive Nigeria into chaos, destruction, and disdain. Yes, all eyes on the judiciary. Now, second on my update, I will talk about, I've spoken about the two, I'm going to be speaking about the two issues that are bothering the country right now. I've spoken about the Presidential Elections Petitions Tribunal, and I will still speak on it in this second video. Now, a concerned Nigerian has cried out about the Presidential Elections Petitions Tribunal and the hike in fuel pump price. This man in a gathering could not keep his wailing voice to himself. he had to speak up to the crowd. He cried out, please the government, we are suffering, we are crying, things are becoming hard. Every Nigerian is talking. I have not seen a Nigerian who has come out to say he is enjoying this particular administration. Even those who voted this administration have not come out to say they are enjoying this administration. Then how can you tell me while you are in Aso Rock that you feel my pain? Why you don't buy fuel? You don't buy food for yourself. You don't buy clothes for yourself. So let me allow you to watch this video so you're going to know how important is for everything to return to normalcy and what Nigerians are saying about this new administration. Please stay tuned.
Natural gas, and again the judiciary does what is right, because Nigerians are looking at the judiciary to see that if they will leave, be above board, and Nigerians are praying. They are praying for them. They are watching. They are vigilant. We don't want this country to go into chaos for a military intervention. We don't want this country. Tell them that we don't want Nigeria to go into chaos, sudden chaos, over the matter at the tribunal or at the court. Therefore, the judiciary must save the country. They must do what is right now and make sure that the people are happy with them. All eyes are on the judiciary, and all eyes are also on the government on these policies that are being shown out as if it is vengeful against the people. I don't know whether it's a vengeance. Suddenly you throw up more than 200% increase in fuel price, and you say you feel the pain, and you are not buying a pint of petrol or a liter. You don't pay. Everything you do is paid for by state resources, and then you say you feel my pain. You can never feel my pain.
Okay, you've watched the video, and the man could, well, that is just one among the Nigerians that are so frustrated. They are so frustrated to the extent that they cannot even keep their wailing voices to themselves anymore. So all the Nigerian population and those involved, please look up to the government. Let something be done about this with immediate effect. We are not even yet done with our own issues, yet we are planning to invade Niger Republic. This is a very bad thing to do. Please, please, let us not do this, lest we regret some political moves that have been done that will bring disastrous occurrences to our economic activities and bilateral relationships with other countries. Now, my final video, before I give it to you, I will tell you about what you always do for us. Like our videos, share them. Please, always subscribe to this channel if you have not. Then if you have not tapped the notification bell, please do so that when we drop our contents, you wouldn't be told about it. You will just grab it. You know what I mean? Like our videos, then please watch till the end. Don't also forget to drop a comment for us in the comment section. Now, my final video is talking about the planned invasion on Niger Republic by ECOWAS forces. A particular Nigerian, once in diaspora, one Dr. Humphrey Ojiako, is trying to give the pros and cons and what he feels are the technicalities that are involved in this planned invasion. He said he hopes ECOWAS are making the right decision, because it is not about gathering and making the decision on a planned invasion. It is about being dogged and knowing what you want. He said he hopes that the deployment of the standby forces is just a diplomatic bluff, because he doesn't think that ECOWAS would really have the mind and the guts and the courage to call on an invasion on Niger Republic, while there are lots of means to resolve this particular issue between the junta and the government of Nigerians diplomatically, instead of application of force. So let me allow you hear this man so you'll understand what he had to say about the planned invasion on Niger Republic.
I don't think that the real problem ECOWAS is going to have in any military action in Niger is that of legality, more than that of appropriateness at this time. To be asking the standby force to get set, we are hoping is a diplomatic kind of bluff, because from all indications and from all reports from all quarters, the idea of a military intervention in Niger at this time does not serve the short, medium, or long-term interests of ECOWAS itself and the member states that are supposed to provide troops for this standby force and the facilities in Nice to fight a war at this time. It is good that they couched this language in rather some ambiguous terms, because you hear the communique talking about peaceful resolution for quite some time, and then ended with this talk of nothing is taken off the table. Military option is also if everything else fails. Well, the idea of the ECOWAS standby force means that we have at least 3 weeks to probably even much longer to get this force in place, which period offers a long opportunity for diplomacy to weigh in properly. This time, thoughts will be thought out. This time, there will be no rush and hush to prove any victory over anybody. I do not think that what the Africans want from their leaders at this time is victory over any country. What Africans want, West Africans want, is peace in the sub-region. And we don't see any need to use military force to achieve something that diplomacy well articulated, well thought out, and well prepared for, could sort out ultimately.
All right. Thank you so much for staying with us. Before I call it quits, I would like to give a brief. Well, he said the truth, and that is what it should be. Please, we should always make sure that we look before we leap, because if you don't look, I guess you will fall into destruction. Bola Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu and his fellow ECOWAS state heads, please come in. There are more than 50 ways of diplomacy involved in resolution of a conflict, all right, instead of force. So force should not even be considered, because at the fear and at the hearing of such an order by the other side, man, it may trigger lots of occurrences. We've heard that lots of countries have come on board to help the Nigerians. So this may be brutal, or more brutal as we think, or it may be more than we have ever thought. So please, let us do the needful. Thank you so much. See you next time in my next video. Bye.